Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. So today this is probably going to be quite a short little video. But I did want to tell you guys a little something. A lot of times I get asked like, what can I grow now? Even from my own mom, honestly. This is how this came up, was she ended up going to Home Depot or Lowe's, I can't remember which, and she purchased plants from them that are really more like fall plants. And I'm like, no, listen, we're about to roll into the absolute blasting heat of the summer. You do not want to be planting fall plants in the summer. And why those stores are carrying them, I don't know. I can only assume that they're probably carrying them because it's just a general store. And so I told her and wanted to encourage her to just be looking at companies like, and they did not ask me to promote them. I have been ordering from them for a couple of years now, and it's FL Gardening. Sorry, my eyes, the pollen always gets to me. I love gardening, but the pollen. FL Gardening. Okay, you guys can just look them up. I'll look them up right now. Here they are. This is what it looks like, FL Gardening. They literally said, it says right on there, find out what to plant right now. You can put your zones in and you can figure out what you can grow in your area. I think that that's really important. I went ahead, they give you like North, Central, and South Florida. And they show you, like, if you click on it, they're gonna give you some really good plants that you can start growing in your region that are kind of native to us, that are really gonna work out well. And they may not be native per se, but they're definitely gonna grow fairly well for us. So they gave me this nice little bag. I really like the little satchel. It can be useful for many things. So one of the packs that they have, it comes with like, it's a little like group pack, and Egyptian spinach is one of the packets that I have received in my little starter pack for now. Ethiopian kale is the next little starter pack, and I like that they list on here like when to plant, and they're listing it out like September, May, September, March, September, February, depending on where you're located. Y'all see my eyes? They're just like pouring. It looks like I'm crying. Malabar spinach is one of the other ones. Now I love Malabar spinach for my fiance. I don't love it myself because I just don't like spinach. It's very like kind of like slimy, and but it's really good for like smoothies. So if you like smoothies, that's something really good to use. Then you have perpetual chard, like Swiss chard, kind of like the same thing. Again, it's giving you the listing of when to grow it, how to grow it. Now these aren't the only seed packs that they have. There's other seed packs there, and I love supporting local, and I love supporting people that are small business. I think that that's the best way to go. This is New Zealand spinach. It gives you the time frame in which to plant. And here it says right here, summer leaf packet, and they list it out for you. And I'm sure these are little tabs that you can just throw in the garden. I haven't actually opened these yet. Yeah, look, they gave us just little individual ground tags so we can just note what's on there. And I think that that's wonderful because it helps new gardeners kind of figure out what they can grow that's they can really have success with. I think that that's a big issue, is a lot of people get started and then they get really upset because their plants die because they ran off to Home Depot or Lowe's. Not that there's anything wrong with those places. I bought plenty of plants from there. In fact, my mint came from there. And you know, there's definitely going to be plants that I'm going to go there and pick up that they've already started because number one, either I didn't get it started in time or I was being lazy or whatever occurred. I was working too much. It's usually not a lazy situation for me. I'm usually busy and just get caught up in life and then realize, oh my gosh, I really want this product, and then I don't have it. So going up there is perfectly fine, but I think it's knowing what you can use and what you will enjoy. I think, and what the season is for those plants is kind of really important. Knowing your zones and knowing those things is going to be vital to having a successful garden. So the reason why I bought this pack this go round, I actually purchased two. I purchased one for myself, and then I purchased one for my mom. And this company does not know that I am promoting them, or however you guys want to look at it. I just want you to know that there's companies out there that are really going to benefit you if you're a new gardener. And so go check them out. They're really great. They're very good to work with. I had a little bit of a oopsie situation, and they went above and beyond. So I also have some pigeon peas from them, and I'm gonna be like planting those as well. And that's what I'm saying, like everything that we can get our hands on right now is really important, because for us and my family, because like I said, my goal is to get off of the food system, and as much as I can be growing here in my own backyard is going to be extremely important for me and my family. And I think it's going to be important for a lot of people as we're moving forward. I don't think people realize the situations that we are kind of being put in. Gas prices have gone up. Our expenses have not gone down. People are basically struggling to buy homes. I have a lot of my friends that really have been like, we can't even afford a house. Like, we can barely afford rent. I see people all the time doing GoFundMe pages because they can't afford their rent now. And that's really a sad place to be. And that's what I'm saying. So as much as I can grow personally, I think it's important because I'm sharing with those around me. I'm sharing with the people that I love. And I'm also keeping myself well and healthy and eating good nutrient-dense foods that are coming from my garden. And so give these folks a chance if you can. FL Gardening is where they're at. You just saw me pop their website up. I think that they have just really a nice little setup for a small little local group of people. And yeah, you know, just start kind of studying, learn these things, because if the internet goes down or something happens, you all need to know what you can grow and what time of year you can be growing them in. The other thing that I recommend that you go check out is the University of Florida has a nice website where it talks about all kinds of things that you can be growing. And depending on if you're up in that area, go check them out, because they do have, I know they do seeds, and they have like botanical setup. USF also has a botanical garden area. I know that they do plant cells and stuff where you can buy from them. And check out your extensions. They do a lot of educational courses. You can become a master gardener through them, and they will teach you a lot on how to be growing and what you can grow in your area. I've not done it. I've just learned on my own. Working 2 jobs, I don't have time for that. But if it's something that you have time for and you're interested in, I do recommend it. Check out your local libraries. Our local library here also does seeds. They have a whole seed exchange where you can go in there and you can get free seeds and you can drop off seeds. I think that that's a really nice thing. I think sometimes, though, trading out seeds and not knowing where they're coming from, there could be some issues with that. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's a nice setup. I like the idea, and I do support, like, again, local and bringing community together. I think that that's really important. If you're down south, go check out the University of Miami. They do gardening stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of areas if you guys just start looking. I know in St. Pete, there's a couple of places that they do like local stuff where they're selling plants. A lot of like home nurseries come together and sell, you know, just backyard people are selling stuff. Do some searches on the internet. It's really not hard to try to find local people in your area that want to encourage you to be growing your own food. Look at this right behind me. I can see the beauty in this camera of my pineapple. It's gorgeous, starting to come in, and these are the things that you all can be growing. This pineapple I'm growing actually in this bucket here, and pineapple takes a really long time, so you want to set aside space for something like a pineapple. But pineapples are great. You can pick those up at your regular grocery store. Just peel around that head and stick it in a nice set of some soil. Keep it watered, monitor it. I have it in this nice little shady area. My pineapple here, because it gets so hot, loves to grow in this area, and it just looks gorgeous. Let's check it out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the purple tips in it. I love pineapple. Pineapple is so delicious. And of course, behind me, friends, we are in, the spring summer area, and we're in April, and so right after the last frost is when you wanted to get your squash plants in. Make sure you're watering at the base of your squash, because the less moisture that you're getting on those leaves, like an overhead sprinkler, a lot of times you all will see me doing an overhead sprinkler. That overhead sprinkler will potentially leave water on the top of these leaves, and it will create like a mildew on top of them, or like a white powdery mildew is what will end up happening. So make sure you're just watering the base of these plants. All right, friends, until next time, love one another, be kind, shop local, do some internet searches. I recommend checking out these folks again, FL Gardening. No, they did not pay me or even ask me to do it, but I love supporting local. So till next time, love one another, be kind, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today. All right, friends, so behind me, as you can see, we have our beautiful roses starting to come in. They're absolutely just gorgeous this time of year. They smell so wonderful. Look at them, they're all the way up there. I have them running over the trellis, although my trellis is not really effective right now, but they just are absolutely wonderful. I love this. This is the Louis Philippe, I think it's the name of it. I'll obviously list it in above. This is your, of course, bonus, not bonus. And you know what, like I said, there's always stuff going on with us here in the garden that you all might not always see. But roses here, they reduce anxiety. They're good for skin inflammation. The sun's in my eyes. Promoting digestion and treating sore throats. Rich in antioxidants like vitamin A and C. Rose water also is good for an aphrodisiac, in case you did not know that. Just the scent alone can, promote positive energy. Let's just put it that way. So, roses are actually really hydrating as well. So you can make a delicious tea with roses. You just want to take these roses and dry them out. Now, this particular rose is very aromatic. It has a very strong scent to it. And so that may be a deterrent for people who don't really want to swallow that florally scent if you're gonna make like a tea with it. But I usually do make teas with it. I love making like facial like toners with it. And I just overall, if I want the house to smell really good, I'll just grab a couple of these roses off the plant and just drop them in a pot of boiling water and make like my own potpourri, and it just makes the house smell absolutely wonderful. So make sure that you're utilizing all of the stuff that you're getting from your garden, friends. It's not always about, just the food. We want to enhance our senses and keep us happy and well, and this is how we do it, friends, is by implementing the beauty of nature here. All right, thanks for staying for the extra little piece.